Hello everybody, I'm Garrulous64 and welcome back to Super Mario World. Though it probably doesn't look too much like Super Mario World because this is a ROM hack called Lunar Legends, if you couldn't tell from the title screen. And oh, I'm kind of disappointed. Oh no, I'm not. Never mind. I was gonna say I thought Luigi didn't have his own sprites, but he totally does. That is great. Oh, they're using the Luigi, I remember back when I used to browse Super Mario World Central a lot. I believe this pack of sprites you can use for Luigi was called the Luigi Walks Like Mario sprites, because this version of Luigi that you're seeing is from the Super Mario All-Stars and World game for the Super Nintendo, where Luigi had his own set of sprites, and I guess though someone took those sprites and redid them so he did the exact same looking movements as Mario. Because in that game, he had all different kind of animations. It was kind of neat. I don't know. I kind of liked it because they gave him a lot of personality, even when, you know, they didn't have voices and they didn't have anything like that. But I still think this is one of my favorite Luigi designs out of the entire series, and, I mean, I might still just be biased because I love Super Mario World so much, and its style, but, you know, I do feel like in the Game Boy Advance remake, the sprites didn't look as good because they kind of were very washed out, and that whole game in general looked sort of washed out, so I don't know. But anyway, I was going to come back to the Super Nintendo today and play Mario and Wario and finish that, because I know I was doing a series of that before, and I went to go play it, and my save file is completely gone. So I'm not going to go through 9 worlds again to get back to World 10, which is the last one. So sorry if you wanted to see the end of that. That is officially canned, and I was going to come back to it with a friend instead, but, you know, so I wouldn't be so bored, and it was going to be post-commentary, so I wouldn't have to rage on camera and never finish it, but it's just not going to happen, so instead, I think once a week I'm going to play some Mario World stuff, because I've got some extra time to record other things now, because I'm so ahead with recording. It feels really good, and I just hope people like this too, because, I mean, there's not a whole lot to talk about when you're playing a Super Mario World game or a little platformer like this, but it just gives me time to screw around and talk and do nothing. Why is my phone on? Uh-oh. Oh no. Did I call someone? Please don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. Right. But yeah, as you can see, this hack is pretty different. Completely new overworld, new sprites, new music. And here we go, we're gonna continue with the trend of Mario 64 Last Impact, where I'll hear songs and I'll totally feel like I recognize them, but I will not be able to tell you where they're from. It almost sounds like a song from Kirby, but I don't think it is. Like that one bit, like, I bet you know what I'm talking about. It sounds a bit like a song from Kirby. But, I know the first level had, the Amazon theme from DuckTales. Ooh, that was close. Wow, I had a small heart attack, and you know what? I just realized there's no item reserve box. And another thing is, you don't get coins from enemies when you kill them with fire, and if you spin jump, you're not going to be throwing fireballs. Which is different from Super Mario World, because that's how that game worked. It's a funny thing, while I was trying to set this up, you cannot climb on those, despite their looks. When I was trying to set this up, I could not get my controller to register, no matter what I did, so I had to switch to a different emulator, and it still didn't work, and I thought I was just gonna have to give this up. But then I found one forum that told me, oh, click the Set Keys button before you try setting keys, and then you should be okay. And I don't know what kind of wizardry they are, you know, studying at Hogwarts, but it worked pretty well. Alright, so we're on to Lemon Castle. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I gotta say, all the music choices for this game so far have been really good. I'm liking them so far. I can grab into this, right? Okay, good. Grab out of a spin jump. Ugh. I keep thinking I'm gonna be able to stand on those candle things like you can in Mario 3? I think it's Mario 3, right? With the hot foots. Secret? Yes. I don't know which way they want me to go, but... Whoa, okay. Wasn't much of a secret. Maybe I was supposed to go the other way. Now, this is not a very long game. This is a demo, and I think the last time the game was updated was 2014. so we're not going to be in for a very long experience. In fact, this might be a one-episode video. Also, these climbing sprites are just Mario, and when you hit the button, it still has red sleeves. Oh, cute. Alright, but, so yeah, we're not going to be in this for too long. Might even finish it today, because I think I'm probably going to go for like 20 minutes. And we're already blasting through this, so whoops. I like that it's the Super Mario Bros. 3 power down instead of Super Mario World. Super Mario World was fine as it was, but I always kind of preferred in Mario 3 that, you know, you had a few states. No boss? Boss under construction. Okay, yeah, so you can see this is unfinished. It's a small bit disappointing, but I don't know if I was ready for a boss. I'm a little worried. Luigi's got to see. They didn't change his end of level pose. He still crosses his arms. That's nice. See, in a little hack I was working on not too long ago, because I got back into the Mario World hacking scene a little bit, because I was playing some ROM hacks, and I was like, why not? I'll make a hack. I added Luigi graphics, because there aren't enough Luigi hacks, and I added Waluigi to the second player, and I made it so he had separate graphics, which I had never gotten to work before. And I was pretty proud of myself, and I even, I had the raccoon suit in there, and Waluigi does not have raccoon suit graphics to my knowledge, so I ended up editing them all myself, and they looked okay. I don't know if I still have them. I think I might have deleted them by mistake, but I don't think I could have released them, because they were just modified versions of someone else's graphics. Not that anybody would really want my shitty graphics, but, you know, I was proud of it. It's just, then I got to the point, and I was like, wait a minute. This is just like Mario Maker, and I still don't know how to make fun levels. So it kind of got to the point where I was like, these levels are okay, but I don't think they're fun. Like, this is cool level design. I like this. It's kind of like, it feels like you're actually in a forest. I guess I'm not going to use that spring. Unless it's still down here. It is, but where do I bring it? See, that's half the fun. You got to figure out where you need to put things. But, you know, I've tried to make ROM hacks in the past, and I think before I had did a better job at it, but when I was trying to do it this time, I was very impatient. I just wanted it to be finished, and it's not the way to do things. If you're gonna do something like that, you need to take time and put enough time into every single level so they're all fun, as opposed to maybe just one. And, I don't think any of the ones I was making were fun. So, I mean, I only got to level 2, and then I was like, I can't do this. I'm not good enough for this. I can do words good, I just can't creative. Okay, not like a Koopa Shell, cannot use that. But I can use you as a Koopa Shell, because you are a Koopa Shell. Whoops, wrong way. Alright. That looks suspicious, but I'm not gonna kill myself over that. And I don't know where I was supposed to send that, but guess I'm not gonna be using it. Yeah, Luigi, good job! Oh yeah. I don't know, the voice that Charles Martinet gives Luigi, it always makes him sound uncertain of himself. And I guess that makes sense, because Luigi's supposed to be like a worrywart. Ooh, firebar. So there are custom sprites in this game, in this ROM hack as well. That's pretty neat. Die, Goomba. I like it, they're using the special world graphics. Ooh. From, just regular old Mario World. Ooh. Oh, whoa! Ah, shoot. I got a little cocky there. That's okay. First death, second world, not too bad. I think there's, maybe... I think the page for this game said there were, I think, 4 worlds, but World 4 is not complete. And if there's only a couple levels per world, I'm surprised it didn't hurt me. I guess we can definitely finish it in this one video, which means I can move on to a different one next week, and, you know, if this is even, you know, to your liking, you know, make sure to let me know. And I'll keep doing it, because if people don't like it, I won't. And, because, you know, I can only talk about so many things. If I run out of things to talk about, then this is just me playing a game going... Oh, whoa. Oh, god. And I assumed there was floor there. I was wrong. Here we go. All my deaths are on this level. Don't jinx yourself. Okay. Mushroom, that'll help. It won't help with bottomless pits, but it'll... Ooh. Pipe. Oh good, here we go. We get to see my magic luck with chance here. I have the worst luck when it comes to chance. I'm surprised I got 2 of those. That's shocking, honestly. That makes up for both my deaths. Look at me. Oh, don't look at me, please. I'm ashamed. Oh, okay. Okay, let's see. Where am I going? That's the death pit. Oh, I almost did it again. But you know what? These levels are actually a pretty nice length. They're fairly short, so you can get through a lot of them pretty quickly. I think the end of level jingle's a little bit short, though. Though that's not really a problem because it's not like it really matters. I mean, it's Mario 3, right? Duh! Okay, I gotta say, this is like a really pretty hack. I love every graphic that's been in this so far. I would have probably used regular Koopa Troopa sprites, but they fit into this because everything's really colorful and wacky looking. So, I mean, the extra weirdness of them kind of just, I think, does it justice. But yeah, there's fuzzies, and you know what? And we haven't even hit an auto-scroll level so far, so that's good news. Not a fan of those guys. Out of my house. Out of my fuzz. Oh no, the fuzz. The fuzz is upon us! Oh, whoa. Oh, they can't hurt me if I'm on the platform? I thought they would just barely touch my pinky toe and cause me to lose life. I thought that was a lotus fire plant for a second. It's like the same graphic, except, oh! Okay, I'll deal with that, because I almost didn't survive. No, I should go down here. Okay, I think I probably could have just jumped that myself, but that is a high jumping Koopa. Not dead. I thought I could kill him with that. That is fine, though, because I can just go around him. Coins, 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 coins. Oh, whoa, danger. And this should be the end of the level coming up right here, yeah. I love that little end of level box. It's really pretty the way it glows the Switch Palace colors, or even more than that, but it has like the little Switch Palace graphic. This is a really nice hack. I'm kind of disappointed that it's not going to get finished. And if it is, then it's been 3+ years now since it's been updated, so maybe it's going to be amazing. But I assume, since a lot of ROM hacks don't get finished, you know, probably not going to happen. This is really neat! Whoa, look at this! It's like a jungle castle. I love it. This fits perfectly with the aesthetic of the world. Oh god, like usually they would just make a regular old castle, but it's like this looks like it's almost been abandoned. You know, wildlife came in and started thriving. Like this is, oh, this is so cool. I love these things. ROM hacks are so great because it lets people, they let people make like amazing creations out of stuff that's already there. Like if you make a new game like this off an engine like Super Mario World, like, it's infinite fun, because Mario World's such a great game, and it plays so well. It's like the best Mario game, in my opinion. And then, like, there's things like the same thing with Mario 64. Oh boy, there was a checkpoint right there. But, you know, with the Mario 64, like, Last Impact or Star Road, which Star Road actually went back after I finished, Last Impact, and I beat the whole thing, 100%, and that was pretty fun. It wasn't as difficult as wasn't as difficult as Last Impact, which is cool, because Last Impact sort of had me losing my marbles at some points, but it was cool. I mean, sure, it was a little bit more primitive considering there were no custom bosses or anything, but, you know, there were a little bit of custom behaviors here and there, like, the bosses were a bit faster and stronger, they took more hits, stuff like that. I tried going back and playing the multiplayer version, and that was a train wreck because the camera's awful, and from what I've heard from the creator of Last Impact, if they wanted to do a split-screen version of... Okay. If they wanted to do a split-screen version of the multiplayer mod, it would be like... I don't know if it's still the case, but I think what he said before was each side would only be 15 FPS, and that would just not work out very well for anybody. But, I mean, it might be better for players who are more familiar with the game and how the game works, like I am. But still, I don't think anybody wants to play that game at 15 FPS. It's just that'd be a little sluggish. I don't know, hopefully at some point that won't be the case. It'd be pretty neat if we could get full 30 FPS multiplayer split screen, because split screen is, I don't know, usually, before I did not like split screen at all, but after coming to terms with the fact that I'm not huge on multiplayer gaming anymore, I think split screen would be great, because it'd be almost like you're both playing... Oh, gosh, this is a lot of hazards in a small space. But, you know, split screen, it'd be like you're both playing the game by yourself, but you're together, and, you know, the camera doesn't screw you up, which is cool. I guess it'd be a little harder to play something like Mario 64 with less of a camera, or less of a screen size, because you need to know what's around you. But I guess it worked in 64 DS, they did a pretty good job at that, so maybe if they just zoomed the camera out a bit with each split screen side, it'd be better. Again, I'm not a Super Mario 64 hacker or anything, stop that. So, I can't really say what works and what doesn't, or what would be good. All I can say is from the perspective of someone who loves the game, I would love to see something like that, if it was possible at some point. And here we go, we finally hit the checkpoint, we can move on to the next part. Okay. Now I got a fire flower though, so that's pretty handy, and I can take out some of these enemies from afar. Ugh. Okay. Yoshi coins. I like that they have a Yoshi coin counter up there that fills in as you collect the coins. Oh gosh, okay. I misjudged that jump. Should have jumped higher. But that's fine. Kiwi Castle, you will be mine very soon. And you know what? I always kind of like it when people put power-ups right near midway points, because that makes it so if you fuck up immediately, you're going to be able to recover a little bit, unless you're like me and you can't wait for anything. I must speed ahead or else I'm not gonna make it. The timer is running out, guys. The timer that does not exist in this game that I just realized. Okay. Oh, I just got my back shaved, thank you. Oh, jeez. So many. Alright, boss under construction, we're saved! Is it the same? Yeah, boss under. I would have put something new and funny in every single one, like boss out to lunch. Boss having open heart surgery. That's not funny. That's sad if you have to have open heart surgery. I wish you the best if you do. So, this is World 3 we're moving on to, I think. Continue and save, please, thank you. Okay, let's see, where are we at? Caramel Hills. Oh, they got little food names, too. Whoa, that was close. Whoa. I'm just trying to hear the music. I don't think I know this one. Oh, wow, excuse me. Coffee burps. Coffee caramel burps. I love coffee. I like caramel in my coffee. That stuff's great. There are a lot of sliding Koopas here. Very fast enemies. But you know what? Luigi can handle this. And you know what's funny? Whenever I have the option to play as either Mario or Luigi in these hacks, I do tend to go with Luigi since he's so underutilized most of the time. And it's just, he's just a fun time. Like, I like Luigi a lot. He's a funny character. He's got a lot of personality, whereas Mario doesn't really have too much of a personality most of the time. I don't know, in Mario and Rabbids, all the trailers we've seen so far, he seems to emote a lot more, he seems to react to a lot more things. So it's weird that a game not made by Nintendo might be one of Mario's most expressive games, if you don't count, like, you know, Smash or anything like that, where he's eternally angry at everybody. But, you know, I guess Odyssey, oh, it's our first level with a secret, but, I guess Odyssey has a whole lot of, emotion in it, too, because, I mean, he's making all kinds of faces, and dancing, and smiling, and jumping around, and laughing, and all that shit, and it looks really cool, and I want it, and I'm really glad that October is almost here, but I'm a little sad, because that means summer's over, too. I mean, you know, one good thing about October, though, is that Superstar Saga DX, I'm gonna call it that from now on, because I don't want to call it Superstar Saga and Bowser's Minions, it's just too long of a name. Oh, shoot. But, Superstar Saga DX comes out, I think, on the 6th of October, so if you play games at a very slow pace, you could get Superstar Saga DX, and you could hold yourself over until the end of October when Odyssey comes out, which is really cool, because I'm going to need something to hold me over, and what better way than to play Superstar Saga again? I love it so much. I'm so glad it's getting a remake. And, I'm afraid, wait a minute. The only thing is, though, I'm probably going to finish it rather quickly, because when I sit down to play a game that I love, I just play it for hours and hours and hours and hours, so unfortunately I'm probably going to finish it way before Odyssey comes out. But then again, maybe I'll take some time, explore, get like every single thing I can even imagine. I wonder if they're going to change anything like about the beans, because I know in Superstar Saga you brew coffee with the beans you find, but I think okay, then in Partners in Time you use the beans to buy things at a special store. But then Bowser's Inside Story on, you got beans that increased your stats. So I'm wondering if they'll do something like have some kind of separate beans to do that, because I'm sure they're keen on trying to make the game easier, because it's Nintendo we're talking about. But I don't know, I'm kind of hoping they leave most of the game alone. I would love for them to add more stuff to it, like not the Bowser's Minions mode. I mean, if they added just more stuff to the game, like maybe the coffee again, there were supposed to be little cameos from other Nintendo characters in that coffee area. Like, you would brew coffee and, like, Wario would come up and take your coffee, or Olimar would come up with the Pikmin, or I think the Excite Bike racers, and I think Star Fox would come in? But, don't quote me on that. I think Star Fox was one of them. I don't remember the other ones, though. And then I don't know if EGAD was one of them, but then in their final game, they just replaced all of them with EGAD, which is fine, because I like EGAD, I like Luigi's Mansion references. But, you know, seeing all those characters again, and then maybe EGAD at the last one, would be pretty neat. Like, I'd love to see Wario in Mario and Luigi style. And I just keep thinking, why have they not made a game of Mario and Luigi with Wario and Waluigi in it yet? Because I feel like there'd be a lot to do there, especially if you made them, like, extra playable characters. I just kept thinking, I'm like, oh, maybe they don't have the rights for those characters, they can't use them, Nintendo won't let them. But if there were gonna be if Wario was gonna be a cameo in Superstar Saga originally, then they must be able to use all the characters, right? That's what I really want, I think. I want to see a game where you can play as Mario, Luigi, and Wario and Waluigi, and make it just a big four-player, well, not four-player, a big four-person adventure. Either maybe separate sides, like, you know, maybe they're working against each other and you play one chapter as each of them and go back and forth, or like Bowser's Inside Story somehow, where you can switch on the fly and they're working together or something. They have to, maybe they don't have a choice. And throw in some new fun villains, or maybe throw in some stuff from the Wario Land series. I mean, that would give Waluigi something to do besides play tennis. And, you know, weep softly in his house while no one invites him to Super Mario 64 DS, or... Like, come on, give Waluigi something to do. I need this. I need to I don't know. Superstar Saga DX, very excited about. I was being admitted to the hospital the day the trailer came out, but it just gave me the biggest dumb smile, even though I was kind of bummed out. And it was like, Nintendo can still do that to me, even after all this time, and it's amazing, because when I was really little, and having, like, pretty much the same problems as I am now, shoot! At least my problem isn't death, but, when I was having the same problems as I was now, pretty much, I would turn to video games, and, Mario was my favorite. Like, I'd play Superstar Saga in the hospital, like, they would have a GameCube on a TV tray or whatever, and they would bring a GameCube in, and I had the Game Boy GameCube player. So I would have my dad bring that from home, and I would just play Superstar Saga on my GameCube in there, because what else was I gonna do, right? And it was just such a good time. Like, I kind of wanted to save that story. I have more stories about it, but, like, I kind of wanted to save that story for when I actually play Superstar Saga on the channel. But, yeah, I guess it came out now. And I don't know when I'm going to play Superstar Saga. I guess if I started sooner rather than later, I might be able to finish it before DX comes out. Or I could start after DX comes out. I don't know, man. I mean, either way, I still think it'd be a really fun time, because I love the shit out of that game. I can't get enough of that series. I've mentioned it before. Sorry, I mentioned... Oh, look at everything's gold at this level. I love it. The enemies, I mean, those gold Koopa statues were already golden, or the ones that jumped were, so they turned the silver ones golden. But look at all the rotating spike balls are golden, the candles are golden, everything's golden, the little thwimps were golden. It's so nice. Oh, this little, have these always been flashing like that too? I don't know. But, anyway, Superstar Saga, that's definitely gonna happen soonish. 'Cause I want to play that. I really do. And, I'm not sure how I'm gonna play it, but we'll see eventually. I would love to do the whole series, but I do not have a DS capture card. And that's just, I don't know. If I were to get a DS capture card, like, I'm not gonna put that much money into this channel because it's not returning any money. I mean, if you get what I mean, like, you know, I don't have a job right now. So, doing that would be just a very stupid idea. And if I would get a DS capture card, I think I would rather get a 3DS one because it could do DS and 3DS games. But then on the flip side, I wouldn't be able to do Game Boy Advance games, except the ones I have loaded on my 3DS. Actually, no, I wouldn't even be able to do that because... End of demo. Well, we're done. But I wouldn't be able to do that either because it would be a new 3DS that I need to send in to get modded, but the DS one's a lot cheaper. I really don't know. I would have to think more about that, but anyway. Thank you so much for watching this. If you enjoyed this, please let me know and I will keep doing it, because I had a pretty good time just talking about random shit for 26 minutes. So, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.